Oh, welcome back to the only podcast that when you tap on it, whoa, it's huge. My size is incredible. It's After Darkrai. My name's Bret. I am enormous. XXL. My size cannot be compared. Register me into your Pokédex, baby. I'm coming in hot. And joining me, oh, she's so tiny. Look at how small. It's Gracie. Gracie, say hi.
Hello.
Gracie, normally I do like a it was me and yada yada
Mhm.
yada, but the it's huge joke. Just I couldn't just couldn't bypass it up.
Couldn't do
And
it.
you couldn't do it. And joining us today is a very special guest is Chris from GoCast podcast. Chris.
Hello, how's it going, everybody out there? How are your ears feeling today?
Oh, mine burn because Gracie curses my name upon the wind
Every chance I get.
every
Every
chance
day.
she gets.
The curse is only in the ears. You got to like bump up the witchcraft a little bit, and
I
more
gotta,
burning
I gotta
other
figure it
places.
out. Yeah, I
It's
gotta figure it
working
out.
its way down to my bitty toes, which
Okay,
are
then
so small. XXS.
Then I'll chop off.
Are these relevant? Are these Pokemon Go relevant jokes working for y'all?
They're working.
yeah, it's all right.
Did
Yeah,
thanks,
yeah.
man. When did y'all like? I didn't know because I didn't know they were. I knew that they had instituted something so that like the sizes visibly looked smaller and bigger. Um, but then like I tapped on one and it's like, whoa, it's so tiny, and
Wow.
I'm like, how dare you come at me, Pokemon? I'm not that tiny.
Wow. Wow.
I didn't
Hey,
realize that. But
yeah,
I gotta say though, those animations, the first time I saw it, definitely caught me off guard, and I was like, ugh, like really thrown back. Like the visuals
yeah.
are quite stunning.
I
I
I
do like
actually
it.
I
That
Yeah.
really
part.
like it too, but the problem is since I wasn't expecting it, as soon as I got that like visible thing, I was like, oh, shiny. And I'm like, oh
I
no, it's
know. It's
not.
not.
Oh, it's just small.
Fuckers.
Oh boy.
Two
Uh,
things though. I like it. I like the idea, but one, is it gonna like matter in anything? And
no,
two, do I have to collect all of these now? Like my bag space is already like 0.
no.
So like,
I think the only one you need to collect is Pumpkaboo
oh yeah,
and
that's true.
Magikarp and Pidgey. Those three. Those
I
are
did
three.
get a medal for Magikarp recently.
Very good.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't care really about the size. It's fun. I'd be great if I got a Buzzwole that's like he's huge and he's just fucking
He's just flexing.
jacked, and I'd be like, damn straight he is.
So we
Come
were
on,
actually
Mosquito Daddy.
we were recording GoCast a little bit ago, and I asked Kyle too. I'm like, "Is there any functional use for these at all?" And he was like, "No, I don't think so." But I did read a funny story, or read a bunch of funny tweets rather, about how PvPers want extra small Pokemon because they don't take up as much of the camera. Like an Ursaluna was the
What?
answer, so that you can more accurately count attacks.
Oh my gosh, Kyle, that is a crazy thing that
That
you
is
brought up.
like
I
a
can't believe you
nitpicking
do
thing.
that.
That is such
Kyle,
a nitpicking
Kyle is
thing.
here, by the way. He doesn't have a headset on, so you,
Right,
the listener,
right.
would hear him, but he is here.
So we could just go
Yeah,
mock him.
he's connected, but he's just not here. Yeah,
Yeah, he can hear everything we say, but he's in the chat flailing around like an inflatable arm flailing tube man.
exactly.
But yeah, I never even considered the PvP ramification. It'd be great if it affected things like accuracy, which we know isn't a thing in Go, but
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
maybe someday.
Maybe.
Imagine if they implemented that, then for sure, like all the PvP folks are like, I need a smaller one for the evasion, or I need a
Oh, I
bigger
would
one for
quit.
the extra attack.
Yeah.
I would quit the game.
What if the smaller one meant it was faster? Like its quick
I
attack could
don't
be even
care.
faster,
But like the
and
thing
then bigger
is
one
that
hits harder.
that would they'd have to change everything, you
Hmm.
know? Like, and like, what are you gonna stop at? Just like weight? Like, what about other things? Like, what about
What if its
abilities?
nose is too big?
There
Like,
you
what are we
go.
gonna do about that?
And then,
I'm
oh,
just kidding.
nose
I just
pass is
don't want to deal with.
screwed.
Yeah, I just don't want to deal with that at all.
Yeah,
And then,
I'm
well,
with you.
hold items are coming. Held items
Oh
are coming
God.
someday. It's my
No.
prediction.
I hate
Someday.
it. I hate all of this.
Out of all the things that they haven't implemented that they could, that might be the easiest one for them to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah,
And no one's to say that they couldn't use the same item names and just have them do something similar but different in Go, right?
yeah, very true.
Yeah.
And I guarantee like there'll be like one-off items like X attack or something that everyone will absolutely hate. But at what cost? That's the problem with one-use items, though, is I guess it would cost you time towards charging up your charge move. So maybe it wouldn't be good.
I just
Because so
I
far,
can barely keep up as it is.
I know you're just working your little fingies to the bone, tapping that screen. Tap, 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 tap.
So confused. I'm learning. I mean, like I just figured out like. I mean, obviously I know how to count, but like knowing how to like. Well, okay, that sounds
This is
dumb.
good qualifying
I'm
information.
glad you let us know.
Well,
I was
you
really
know.
worried.
But like I've been trying to figure out like move set timing. That's like been my biggest thing right now is trying to figure out when to throw an actual move. And I'm just like I just almost maybe figured it out. So like if they change everything, like I'm just gonna like rage quit.
No, you're our pro PvPer.
No, I'm not.
If you quit our she says hashtag sponsored. Like
But-
no, yeah, we can't. You have to maintain. Because what am I gonna do it? No,
Yes.
I'm just here for the yuck yucks.
Oh my gosh.
Nobody listens to this show to listen to me talk
Yes,
about
they
Pokemon. They care about
do.
what you think about
I
Pokemon.
think about nothing.
Well, that's not
Brain
true.
is empty.
Chris, thanks again for joining us.
Oh yeah, what are we doing here? What's going on again?
This is some
No
kind of
idea.
fucking. It's me and Gracie argue back and forth like a married
Oh.
couple.
Okay.
Accurate.
No,
Okay,
you're
that's
great.
fine.
No, you're great. No, you. And then
Shut
she
the
hangs
fuck
up. Chris, you're
Oh,
fresh off a
yeah.
controversial stream off of Twitch.
That's right. That's right.
care to
I said
share
some
that-
things.
Share that Twitch handle for us real quick.
Twitch.tv/GoCast podcast. No
Heck
spaces, no nothing.
yeah, that's right. You got to get that
Mhm.
brand in there, man.
That's right. Absolutely. And don't anybody listening forget it. Okay.
Obviously.
Never.
I'm
I know
never
I
going to
didn't.
be able to get GoCast podcast anywhere else again. Now somebody's going to be like, that's it. That's my life
That's
mission
it.
now.
Man, I dream of the day when we get one of those YouTube bots that like uses our avatar picture and it's like, congratulations, you won.
Yes.
DM me on WhatsApp and send me $100.
And like
Something.
if people were like, hey, I think you guys got your account hacked, you got to be like, no, we meant to send you that.
Oh no, yeah, you really won. Send us $100
No,
on WhatsApp.
that's
Right.
really it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
really
right.
it. Yeah. Mhm.
So
But did you send it yet?
I said it was a controversial stream because you started up a fresh game of Scarlet
Yeah.
Violet and you picked the wrong starter. How could you? It was Sprigatito.
I gotta correct you. I didn't pick the wrong starter.
Yeah. No.
I picked the right starter for the second time.
Ooh,
Yes, you did.
Way to mix it up.
That's right. So Sprigatito is objectively the best starter Pokemon out of the three. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, I thought he was going to go bigger with that, Gracie. I thought you were going to say either best of all time or something.
Oh, then I would rage quit.
No,
on top of
it's
that.
Sprigatito's pretty good. It's like top 5 for me, but it's not top. It's not top 1. It's definitely not top 3.
I think if you ignore evolutions and you just go based off of the one stage of the
Base.
Pokemon itself, Sprigatito, I think it's probably top 3 grass starters. I truly believe that.
Oh, wow.
I even like the second stage with the yo-yo and everything. It just looks Florigato, and a great
Oh,
name.
yeah.
It's
Uh-huh.
great. Meowscarada, it just doesn't do it for me, man. I think if it
Okay.
had one more color in there to mix up all the green, just one more color to break it up a little bit, I think I'd be more on board. But it's
I feel
just,
like you guys wouldn't like my opinions of starters and
it just looks like it's wearing camo. Oh, are we about to hear it, Gracie?
I mean,
All
I
right.
would, yeah, I
around
would
the
love to
room,
hear it. Please.
Let's hear top 3 starters of any type. Let's
of
go.
any
Oh yeah, let's go. Are we,
Like, what are your top 3 starter Pokemon?
ever.
yeah, Gracie? Let's
Yeah.
let's hear if me and Chris immediately
Hold
disconnect
on.
from this call.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on.
Kyle
on.
just
Well, I
left.
haven't played.
He's gone.
all of-
Oh,
Yeah.
he just came back.
Oh, he's
he
back
just
in
came
now. Yeah.
back.
Okay.
Hey,
Hold
Kyle.
on. Hold on. Okay. What if we just did like each generation? Because I feel like that's easier.
That's like I basically gave us 3 Pokemon on the list, and you gave us shitloads out of each generation.
What?
Or do you want to just do the types? Like, do you want to say top
No.
3 fire types? Or...
Give me
No,
okay.
I'm
Give me your
saying
best fire,
starters.
best water, best grass. That's one of each type. You're not you're
Okay.
not ranking like your
Of
top.
just the starters.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy,
Hold on.
here it comes. Oh, I feel it in
Water.
my bones.
Water's obviously Squirtle.
The curses are coming through my ears.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. OG Squirtle, kind
Well,
of a
hold on,
basic
I'm
bitch choice, but
biased.
sure.
I'm biased right now because
Uh-huh.
I
Well,
think the originals are the best. But
Oh
hold on,
boy, she's
hold
trying
on.
not to make the
Hold on.
OG fans mad. Listen to her.
No, that's what I grew up on was the original, and then I didn't play anything till Go. Remember? So I'm just like,
Oh
"Mm."
no.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
no.
I've gone back and played some, but not all of them. Mudkip obviously is a favorite.
Mhm.
Grass. I really like Chikorita.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew he was gonna make that face. People hate Chikorita, and I
People
love
hate
Chikorita.
Chikorita.
I don't hate Chikorita. I just have no love for Chikorita.
It's so weak compared to Cyndaquil and Totodile, but I think it's
I
a fine.
Design-wise.
It's a bean, and I think its evolution is just a bigger bean, but it's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not the worst grass starter, I don't think.
Meganium is awesome, but
Yeah, I
it
like
needs a
Meganium.
dual typing really badly.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Retroactively make it like Grass Fairy or something. That'd be kind of
Can
cool.
we all just agree that Trico is terrible?
No.
I
we
would
will
not agree with that.
Yeah, we don't agree with that at all. He's a sweet little
So
gecko boy.
sorry.
He's so cool.
She thought that was a slam dunk.
Okay, hold on. The other one I really hate Chimchar.
Okay, yeah.
I can
Fuck
understand
Chimchar.
that.
I hate
Okay.
him.
Yeah.
Hate his guts.
Yeah.
What else?
right.
Oh, and Chespin.
You hate Chespin or you like Chespin?
I don't like it.
You don't like it? He's a sweet little otter boy with a big hat. Nothing to hate.
Just Chespin, or is it like the evolutions that throw you off?
He's an otter? I thought he was a monkey.
No, he's like a little otter boy.
Something. Muskrat.
Yeah, something. Okay, I don't know. I don't know.
I'll say Quilladin's like the worst of any of their evolutions, but since we're just talking about like the starters themselves,
the very beginning.
plus the anime, Chespin, great. Thumbs up.
Oh, see, I don't know any of those things.
So good. I think Poplio is kind of lower tier, but
That's fair. Okay, I don't
hate Poplio. I like Poplio more than Quaxley. Don't at me. This is hard picking like the best ones. Oh God.
I mean Charmander.
Charmander is not even that high for me, and I know people are going to be shocked to hear me say that.
Fuck out.
Wow.
Yeah, I love Charmander. I just don't think he's
my problem is that episode of the anime, like the original anime, the introduction of Charmander made me cry.
Yeah. I mean, it's fantastic.
So,
and
I'm emotionally attached.
If we're judging him based on his evolutions, he's like as a whole, that line is top tier. But Charmander by himself does not stand up to like I don't know. I think Litten's a little better. I think Fuecoco's the greatest the greatest starter of all time.
How's it feel to be wrong?
How does it feel to be amazingly right? Mudkip's up there for me too. Like Mudkip's top 3. Turtwig might be top 3 as well.
What?
I love it. He's a little plant turtle. He's Bulbasaur done correct.
No, he's really not.
That's right. And I will not apologize. I love Turtwig, and I love his whole evolutionary line.
Disconnect. Delete your account.
And I love Fuecoco. Fuecoco is my favorite Pokemon of all time. Right, just barely edging out Meowstic. So Meowstic was my favorite Pokemon of all time.
Meowstic's your favorite Pokemon. Okay, all right.
Fuecoco is now. I love Fuecoco and Skeledirge.
Skeledirge is great. I will give you that. I love Skeledirge. The little bird is fantastic, right?
Yeah.
But Fuecoco is...
He is Charmander on crack, and that's why I love him.
No,
he's like if After Darkrai, this show, created a cracked out, drug addicted version of Charmander. That's what Fuecoco looks like, and that's why I love his goofy little doof face.
Hey, I resign.
Okay.
Bye.
Chris, we got an opening.
If that's
how would you like to not have to work so much on a podcast?
What's the appropriate and respectful amount of time that I have to wait until I can also leave?
It's like an awkward, like 10 seconds.
We'll just call this the last episode ever.
Gotta be like, Fuecoco sucks. Disconnect.
Bye.
Rude. So rude. All right, Chris, what about you?
Top 3. So we can only pick one of each type, right?
I mean, go nuts with
I mean,
it.
we just like listed
We
up
make
every starter.
I know,
So do
but-
whatever
like-
you want.
You know,
Cool people. We make our own rules.
I'm going to do top 3 favorite starters regardless of type.
Okay, deal.
Number 1 is Cyndaquil. I love Generation 2. Cyndaquil is just
Cyndaquil
great.
is pretty cute.
Typhlosion kind of sucks, but I still love
Yeah.
Typhlosion all the same. Hisuian Typhlosion is the best. I'm a big fan, personally.
Okay.
Hang on, I gotta Google something.
Yeah, that's right. Beyond that, I think number 2 has got to be Sprigatito because I love
I
cats.
love Sprigatito.
And Sprigatito's great. Number 2 was previously Litten, but hey, you know. Number 3 might be Litten, I think, because it got kicked up. And my previous number 3 was like Charmander, you know, good standard.
Why does this thing look like it's smoking dope?
Because that's the best part of it.
Because it
Uh,
is.
The eyes are so like droopy and the ears are down. It's like, hey,
That's great.
It's
That's right.
hilarious.
I kind of want to see what it looks like in motion because I bet that helps a lot.
Yeah. So does it have fire in the image you're looking at?
I see one with and one without.
Okay. Yeah. The with fire is just so much better. Like original Typhlosion
It's
is
really cool looking
He
with
looks
the fire.
fucking awful without his fire. He looks so uninspired.
So derpy.
Awful.
Yeah, it's
He looks
hilarious.
very derpy without
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
That could be a shiny Fuecoco evolution if you didn't already know what Skeledirge was.
Mm-mm. I'm like, why did they make another Typhlosion? Yes.
I tell you what I don't like is that Hisuian owl.
Rowlet?
Oh, you don't like?
man.
Oh,
I just
really?
don't like it. I don't like it.
It cracks me up because it like turns its head all the way around like a real owl.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I haven't played that game, so I you know, excuse my
like-
ignorance. What am I, made of Pokemon games here?
It's a
Yes.
fun one. You'd
Nintendo
enjoy it.
doesn't send me video games to play. Okay?
Okay.
Have you
Okay.
asked?
Have you
No.
asked?
I'm
How
pretty
do you
sure
know
we're
they
on a
wouldn't say? I'm just,
we're on
yes,
a
I'm just
blacklist somewhere.
yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot about Score Bunny and shit.
Oh yeah, Score Bunny's awesome.
Oh,
That's definitely like on my number 5, probably under Charmander. I think.
0.
You're gonna hate me. I thought that Sword and Shield starters were the worst starters of any generation, and I stand by that.
Sobble's adorable. Get
Sobble
out.
sucks.
You
He
suck.
sucks. His whole line sucks.
And
Teleon is
Teleon.
creepy and weird, and he should belongs pinned on a government list somewhere. Like,
Oh,
You'd have to knock on his neighbor's door to let them know that where he lives.
he's a sniper. He's an American hero. Leave him alone.
He killed John F. Kennedy, and I'll never forgive him.
Whoa,
Uh,
whoa.
Shit.
FBI
He has
has
a
entered the
weird
chat.
finger gun, and I don't like it. Also, his like Dynamax is just him on a tower of his tail. All their
Yeah, but
Dynamaxes are
but it's-
bad, except for
it's the
arguably
water.
Rillaboom. Rillaboom's just a big forest ape with a drum. It's ho hum. Grookey, I will say, is the cutest monkey Pokemon they've ever made.
Yeah.
I hate monkey Pokemon, but I like
Me
Grookey.
too.
So Chimchar we already said was a no-go. What about
Chimchar sucks. Monkey
Oranguru?
balls. Oranguru is meh. I don't hate Oranguru, but I don't like it either. Like it's never on my team.
I'm
Simeon?
mixed.
Smart enough to beat me in chess. I don't want to be friends with it. Simeon's supposed to be like a rugby player, right? Or some
I think
kind of
so.
footballer.
I'm not entirely sure.
It's also not too bad. I think my dislike of monkey Pokemon goes back to like Apom.
Yeah, that makes
Prime
that's
and
fair.
Mankey and Primeape. I always just never liked them. Although I will say Annihilate has done a lot to restore my love of that line.
That's true.
Yeah,
A
That
plus
was great.
Pokemon that they made right there.
top notch.
But yeah, and then Score Bunny is good, and then it just gets more disappointing the more you evolve him. I never evolved my starter. I bred one just to get the decks finished and left my starter in the box. Yeah.
I thought the middle evolution for that one was pretty okay.
Raboot is
not
o-
liking Cinderace, but Raboot's
Raboot is okay. I like that he's got like kind of like a collar kind of coming
Yeah.
up kind of. But Cinderace, hideous. And the worst Dynamax of all of them because he's literally just a rabbit on top of a giant fireball with a face on it. Is the face Is the fireball its own Pokemon now? Is it alive? Nobody knows.
Is Goku's spirit bomb alive?
I don't know. What's a Goku?
Oh my gosh.
No,
Okay.
just kidding. Dragon Ball fans, calm down.
Wow.
Gross.
That was irreparable damage you've just caused right there.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I've seen like 2 episodes of Dragon Ball. I know everything that happens. I know he's an irresponsible father. What? Don't idolize your heroes so closely,
Or
folks.
Gohan.
No.
Gohan got shit all over, didn't he?
Yeah, he was supposed to be the main
Poor
character, and then
Goku.
he got shelved basically.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
they're like,
Goku
just kidding.
is just like the worst dad.
He is an absent father most
Very
times.
much,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
It's usually as a symptom, but if the people weren't trying to kill him, he would be around because he likes his kids.
Yeah, it's not his fault that he's so goddamn strong and like everyone wants to fucking fight, and he's got to be the
right.
guy that beats everybody.
I thought you
That's
said
right.
everyone wants to fuck and fight him. And I was
Everybody
like, well,
wants
I
to
guess that's
fucking fight him.
true.
I mean,
like
you see
fuck
his
or fight
pecs,
though,
right?
you know.
No,
instead
yeah,
of
and
one
or
the other.
and
Is
or.
there-
and
And
all right.
or.
Yeah,
Is there
fair
a bigger himbo than Goku?
enough. Ooh,
I'll wait.
that's a good question.
Yeah,
What about the guys from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
never saw it. Someone
Have
told
you
me
seen
that
any art? That would give you the
I have
answer.
I have seen art. Someone told me that like they kill a couple of dogs in the show, or a couple of dogs die in the show, and that's like my number one
That's
rule.
a 0
Can't-
watch.
Oh my
for
gosh,
me.
I didn't know that. I haven't gotten
Can't-
through the first season, so
And
I'm not sure.
well, I'm sorry if I ruined it, but that's just what I heard, and
It's hardly
it goes on
spoiler.
my no naughty list.
Yeah, me
Mhm.
too. I like horror movies though, so I've taken to just looking up if they have it and then just looking away at the time.
I do that as well. If it's a new horror movie and we start watching it, I go, and as soon as I see a dog, I go, doesthedogdie.com.
Yep,
we got-
yeah, exactly.
We gotta change the movie. Sorry.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a traumatic experience I had with a movie like that, and just
Did
Doesn't-
Ghostface call you and
Oh,
ask
no.
you if you liked scary movies? Did you
no,
want
I
to play a
watched
game?
I Am Legend.
Oh yeah, I never seen that
yeah.
because I mean the dog's in the poster. I knew it was gonna happen in that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, but how it happens is way worse.
I'm good. We don't need to talk about it.
No, I'm just saying, and I like traumatic.
it was
Chris,
pretty bad. Yeah,
back to
sorry.
Pokemon
Back
stuff.
to Pokemon.
Back to Pokemon. We talked a
guess.
little bit about your stream. I want to talk a little bit about your podcast. One, it seems like so much work. The production values are through the roof. You and Kyle, hey Kyle, have just like an incredible rapport with each other. I want to ask, what's it like to make a good podcast, and what's it like to have a co-host that doesn't like wrestle you to the ground like a bear and like shove your face in the dirt and go no and swat you with a newspaper?
That is not what I do.
Who's talking about you, Gracie? I don't know what you're talking about. This is in reference
This
to one
is-
of my many other podcasts that I do that
There you
start
go.
with A and end with I.
After
I had to think
Darkrai.
about I had to spell in my head.
after
I almost said it starts with A and it ends with A. After Darkrai. Hey!
But I mean, honestly, I don't think the production value is like through the roof. We just happen to record in a way that we record with the edit in mind. You know what I mean? And that helps out a lot too. But I feel like most podcasts do that. But definitely at first, not the case. Right?
not him. Not
Well,
Bret.
I don't think anybody when you first start, because no, you don't go to school for podcasting. At least I don't think you can yet. I'm sure you probably can in the future.
Sure, and like
But-
audio
You can take a
engineering or something.
podcast class, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, if you work on at the radio station, like in your college or something too, or
Experience is the
I guess
best
there's that.
teacher.
yeah, I would say just throwing yourself into it. But whatever, we're not talking about that. It's just
Yeah.
that I think
I'll just
everybody
say,
starts.
just pick whatever like niche bullshit that you're passionate about and make a podcast about it, and
Yep.
then get your mom and dad
Do
to
it.
download it.
Exactly. But it's been great doing the show. I love Pokemon people and Pokemon Go players in particular. And I think one of the coolest things is that like we get to do some cross podcast stuff. Like people invite us on and we invite other people on. Didn't do a whole lot of it last year, so this year has been nice. Like this instance right here. It's the 23rd of January. Already
Woo!
sitting down another show. This is great.
Yay.
But it's I
In
love doing
person
the
too.
show.
We gave you the VIP treatment. We flew you out.
Wow.
We put the black
Yeah.
bag over your head. We caught you
That's right.
taking the dog for a walk. We put you in the back of our
Mhm.
windowless van. Then we put you on an airplane and flew you all the
Yep.
way out here to the hills of West Virginia, where Gracie is also at. And yeah, we're doing the podcast in person. Hey, Kyle. He just came back from getting a drink. No, you didn't miss anything. Okay.
Oh, he's looking for a snack now. You forgot that. My
Oh
bad.
boy. There's a jar of peanut butter. You can grab a spoon, man. You don't.
Oh, he won't do that. He won't do that.
You have a Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Can we borrow some money?
Can we borrow money?
Yeah, absolutely. How much money are you looking to borrow? And what's this repay rate with an interest rate at that we
We
can
have an
take?
allowance.
Yeah, can we
An
just
allowance
be...
or a loan? I'm willing to do
No,
one
allowance.
of them.
Well, hold on now.
I ain't
Hold on
paying
now.
shit back.
Let's professional business time here. Let's get. Hey, Gracie. Hey, actually, Chris, do you mind if me and Gracie talk over here amongst ourselves for a moment?
Yeah, please go ahead. I'm gonna keep
not
listening
sending
now.
any
Gracie.
feet pictures to him.
What the fuck are you talking about? Where did that even remotely come up, Gracie? I think if we play our cards right, maybe we can slide into those little DMs and like, what if we were like After Darkrai, a GoCast podcast? Then we can like get those sweet Patreon dollars. We could fold our what?
You're gonna tell me to sell my feet pictures?
No, they would be our bosses. We'd be selling out. Finally, at long last.
I'm cool with selling out.
And like they could tell us what to do, right?
Yeah,
Right.
that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, like it's like
I
the
like it
AI
when someone
generated
tells me what
script
to
from
do.
last week, like only they're doing it.
I like
Okay,
that.
Am I being
called
called an AI? I think I'm being
No,
called
no.
an AI right now.
calling you a workhorse, baby, pulling a big old carton, a big old wagon of money.
Carton?
Well,
Big
so
old
the thing-
carton,
so-
wagon.
Carton.
There's a wagon, a big wagon with one carton of some money in that
Of
one
some
carton.
milk,
Yes.
and the dollars are just stuffed in that carton.
Gracie, what do we want to offer Chris to sell our show? How much should we take for it?
We should
I kind of like
obviously
the
like
Pikachu with the beanie in the back there.
yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, Pikachu with the beanie.
Wait, hold on a second. So, this is what I'm buying the podcast for.
Yeah, this
see.
is prime IP right here.
Yeah.
Prime IP
okay.
real estate.
Yeah, so one Pikachu plushie with the beanie behind me. What else? You want me I'll move the camera. You can see the rest of the products.
Yeah, we'll share the Pikachu with
Yeah, we'll just
rotating
send it back and
weekends.
forth, like shared custody.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, every other weekend, and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
As part of my payout on the corporate side, I'd like you to
Sure.
finagle some feet pics from Gracie.
I don't know about that one. I think Gracie's on record saying hell no to that.
Well, I know, but like as her boss, you could like urge her for the development of her career.
That's coercion.
Hot
I gotta
chicks
tell you,
sell tickets.
it's a matter of public record now. So legally, there would be egg on my face.
Oh, okay, that's good business. That's good business. We'll just pretend. I'll just tell you that I'll bleep all this out and then not do it later. How about that?
We'll just send pictures of him with egg on his face, literally.
There we go.
that's really good for
Okay.
me.
That's enough for me to buy your show. I just want those pictures of egg on his face. That's
And
it.
then
Yeah.
about 20 grand, I think, on top of that.
Sure. Stardust. Yeah, you got it. No
Obviously,
problem.
yeah.
Sweet. Damn,
Obviously.
he got me.
No,
all
but
right, well,
honestly, I mean, sorry, you're about to just transition, but really quick, if you were going to ask about like the money thing, you brought it up though. Do you want to know what we actually spend our money on? Because I don't think I've actually talked about it like
Pokemon
pretty
cards.
much anywhere.
Yeah,
No, not really.
I'm interested in the business side of things because, as Gracie knows, I try to be very transparent with how we spend our Patreon funds.
Yeah.
So, like, if anybody at any time can free information act me and see where I'm spending those funds at, but it's all for podcast stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's really weird how quickly the money kind of just goes away when you actually start using it for things.
Mhm.
I did another podcast prior to this one about League of Legends, and we just kind of stored all of our money, didn't really pay for anything other than hosting, and sort of just broke even by the end of it. And this one we've actually done more than break even. We've paid for all of our hosting and stuff like that, but we ended up spending money on like buying meals for our volunteer staff at like our meetups and stuff.
That's dope.
Yeah.
awesome.
New equipment for like recording and things like that. Obviously, I think like that's the number one.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, me and Gracie are hungry. I'm just throwing it out there.
Exactly.
We're
Oh,
so
sorry.
hungry.
Sorry,
We're
that's-
starving.
Gosh, have you guys heard about patreon.com?
Oh, tell us about it.
What does that
No,
do?
but like it's that sort of stuff. You know,
Yeah,
it really
yes.
kind of it adds up really fast. And I would have said that was bullshit if somebody else had told me that when I was making no money before, but it really just goes to stuff. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not even. I wish I could tell you I was buying Pokemon cards with podcast money, but I think I might
Wow.
just like I would feel like I'm looking over my own shoulder. I'd be
Can you-
upset.
Can you imagine the
like,
scoop we
why?
would have? We'll be like,
Yeah.
we got him.
Yeah.
Misappropriated funds, nailed him to a wall.
Family-friendly show. How about booster boxes? There we go.
Ambushed him on ambush journalism podcastisms.
And Bush.
Perfect.
It's not for personal gain if you open the packs on stream for
Yeah.
content.
For content.
Oh yeah, if we were going to be planning on doing that, I would probably figure
Yeah.
out a way to make that work.
I honestly,
But-
Well, that's
I know
different.
I know I make jokes, but I think that's honestly fine. If it's
Oh,
only
yeah.
for content, it's okay.
if it can be a tax write-off at the end of the year because you're
Mhm.
using it for a business, then why wouldn't you use your
Get
business funds
it.
for it? I suppose we have not done that quite yet. Although
Yeah.
I think that is a good example of an appropriate usage. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think once we get to that certain point where we have to start reporting funds, I think I'm just going to shut it off.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We'll see about that. Yeah.
It just give them a PayPal
we're
instead.
probably going to hit it this year, Gracie. Those months add up
You're
quicker
gonna.
than you think. Yeah, let's hope. Speaking
Yeah.
of Patreon, hi there, new listener, potentially. We do Patreon only content, early access, bullshit
We
like
do.
that. And the next Patreon only show that we're gonna do, series of shows, it's gonna be a show
Mhm,
just like
mhm.
this one with me and Gracie. However, we'll be doing really stupid things to our bodies while we do the show, like eat the one chip challenge, spoonfuls
Mhm.
of cinnamon and
We'll
hot
see, we'll see.
peppers and hot sauce and the death nut challenge. Well, I'll be doing that one specifically.
Hot
Um,
nut challenge. What?
I
Death
don't
nut.
know.
It's called the death nut.
Oh, I liked the hot nut idea better. I think.
Yeah, maybe we'll call it the hot
know?
nut. My nuts will certainly be hot.
Yep.
I have pepper extract that's over 2 million on the Scoville unit scale that Gracie's gonna put on her toes.
Nope, never.
For a little hot foot action. But yeah, that's
My
what you can
God.
look forward to. It's basically going to be 30 minutes to an hour of us every time we do one, doing this show and dying simultaneously. So look forward to
It'll
that.
definitely be you want to watch that on YouTube.
Yeah, the YouTube vids. That's where it's at. Yep.
Mhm.
What was I going to talk about?
Patreon.
Patreon? No.
Mm.
I've already asked if we could borrow money. We're trying to get okay. I think we got enough to get a deal put in place here. We could be
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was already
Pokemon-
drafting up paperwork here, so
fantastic. Pokemon : After Darkrai : a GoCast podcast : podcast.
Ooh, I don't know why you have such an obsession with the colon, but okay.
Hey, don't kink shame me.
Semicolon?
Look, Explorer, you do you, okay?
Pokemon news, Larvitar Community Day. How do you like that transition? I'm a fucking professional.
It's a good one.
By the way, GoCast listeners, this show is not bleeped out. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. You
Yeah.
listen to this show for Chris because you love him and your kids are in the back of the van while you spin Pokestops at the nearest tennis court and oh no, naughty words.
For my choice.
Oh!
Honestly, when I push it out that I did a show with you guys, I'm gonna have to mention.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
But yeah.
Please
I
do.
understand.
Yeah.
Chris, this is you're not exempt. We have a famous segment on the show called the fuck segment. This is where we say the
Oh.
word fuck nonstop for about 30 seconds. Would you like to join us?
Let's not
Sure,
do it for
I'll do
30
that.
seconds. Let's do it for like 10.
Do you guys normally do it for 30 seconds?
No.
Like, really?
Hey,
Oh,
just
I
go
was
till
about
it
to
feels
say.
like
Okay, sure.
Gracie,
Sure.
as kind of
Wait,
like
hold on.
our
I have one question.
sure.
Well,
Is it just fuck, or is it like all different versions of the word?
You could say it
Just
however
whatever
you
you
Like,
want
want
to
could
say
I
it.
say fuckity fuckers? Like
Sure.
that
I think-
qualifies?
I think Ken Pescatore
Okay.
once just yelled out one long fuck, if I'm not mistaken. I might be misremembering. Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
fuck.
That sounds like Ken Pescatore.
All right,
Absolutely.
cool. Let's do it. Gracie, as our patron saint of fucks, why don't you start us off?
but
Fuck. Fuck.
Fuck.
Fuck. Fuck.
Fuck?
Fuck.
Fuck. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
Spook.
Mommy, daddy, what does that word
Fucks.
mean?
Fucking.
fucking it.
Fucking it up.
This is the stupidest.
Fuck hard.
Fucking it fucking hard and up.
This is
Fucking
the
sideways.
stupidest show that's ever
Fuck-
existed.
Fucking sideways, upside down. And I don't
And
know.
around.
That's it. You can tell I'm
That's
not
it.
really used to doing this.
Ah,
No, that's
mission.
great.
the-
That's
for the
perfect.
first for a man who's first time ever saying a nutty word,
That's right.
You're a natural.
Ever.
Yeah, that's the
Ever.
first time ever. Hey, I got to tell you, outside of the show, I swear quite a bit.
What?
Oh,
See,
yeah.
no, I only
Yeah.
see you as that clean cut guy on the podcast.
Oh, no. I had like meetups and stuff. People are like, oh, wow, you swear quite a bit. I'm like, I'm sorry. This is just who I am. Like,
People do that to me, but they're like, wow, you're way more handsomer and drunker in person. I'm
there
like,
you go.
"Yeah,
Perfect.
that's accurate."
Perfect. Are they also drunk? Is that why they said the first part or?
No, I don't know. I these people are imaginary in my brain.
Wow.
Double down.
Larvitar Community Day Classic. What
That's
do we
right.
think? How did we do? It's a standard classic Community Day. Good for people just getting into the game or happen to have missed Larvitar. Tyranitar is a staple in like raids, and I'm assuming PvP. It's what, Ultra League probably? No?
Maybe.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes? Okay.
Like in a meta, like a specific cup, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll rescind that. I'm the PvP idiot. But yeah, I caught like 5 without trying. Like
Shiny, you mean?
yeah, shinies,
Yeah, okay.
like
I was
minimal.
like, you caught like 5 and you just stopped.
Yeah,
Stopped.
minimal
That's
effort.
enough Excel candy.
The most minimal effort possible.
That's hilarious. No, yeah, I got a good handful.
Oh wow, what a number! So a handful is what, 5? Because you got
5 or
5
6.
fingers.
Mhm.
Did you just
Gotta
run out of
scoop 'em up.
fingers to count, and that's why you had to quit?
Scoop. How many did you get?
Chris,
Are we doing shinies or total?
Shinies.
both. Whatever you want to give us, man.
Or whatever you want. I don't care.
42
Whatever.
shinies, 800
Holy
and some
shit.
odd caught, something like that.
God, I made us look bad.
Dude, okay, I gotta tell you though. So I didn't play any harder than I normally play. This one was much more lucrative than normal. I caught 4 shinies within 1 minute, and they were back to back to back to back.
That's
And that's never
insane.
happened to me before. And I was like, what the fuck? It was
That's
wonderful.
amazing.
I loved it.
I would have just quit the game and
Yeah.
went and bought a lottery
was-
ticket.
it
You
was
win at
tempted.
PV or Pokemon Go forever.
Right. Is that pretty much
Yeah.
it? My luck is all used up now.
You're not gonna get a shiny for like 3 months.
12
now.
years.
Or
12
that.
years.
Or that.
Wow.
3 months, 12
3
years.
months to 12
Same
years.
thing.
I hope I'm out of shiny purgatory by Hoenn. That's all I gotta say.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, no doubt. Speaking of shiny purgatory, my long drought of not catching any wild shinies is finally over.
Outside of Community Day.
Outside of community days, naturally, those are kind of a given, but I finally caught me a Numel.
Ooh.
And then it was one of those funny. So I was leaving the park after walking the Tun dog, the pod dog herself, and as I was pulling out of the park, there's a Pokestop right at the end that I always, you got to get that last spin in before you start driving. And I clicked on a Numel right at that Pokestop, and then started driving, not even thinking. It went
You
ching
look
ching
down.
ching shiny,
Yeah.
and just out of sheer reflex, because it doesn't look like a shiny, like the shiny Numel looks
Yeah.
exactly the same, I ran away from it.
Oh.
They had to hit the brakes, go reverse it just about 10 feet, click on it again, mild heart attack over, caught it, immediately
Good.
evolved it into a beautiful Camerupt, which is a great
Aw.
shiny.
Good.
But yeah, the long drought finally over.
Awesome.
I hatched a shiny Bronzor, and I
What?
thought that was pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, considering how difficult it is to hatch shinies if you're not hardcore going for them, like eggs. I mean.
5K egg?
Yeah.
I don't think it's
I
anything
think.
else, right?
Let me look. I just saw because I was like really surprised. I was like, I didn't think that was gonna happen. Yeah, 5K egg.
Sweet.
Mhm.
That's dope.
Yeah, and that's a rare spawn too. That's out of the 2
Yeah.
tiers, it's a rarer spawn.
A
I
rare
have
one.
I have one of those already. Got it in the wild,
Oh,
baby.
wait,
Shiny
I have-
Bronzors?
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm not gonna
A while
want
ago.
somebody because that's rude, but because you're being rude right now.
I'm always rude. I'm a rude dude with attitude. That's
Okay,
my
To
job.
be fair, that was my 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's a reason
5th
why I have a fan.
That was my 5th shiny Bronzer.
Nice. Okay, good.
It's a literal
Okay.
fan behind me.
I see it.
It's the era of the fan. Gracie, do you remember the era of the mystery trash bag in my background?
No.
You're just gonna. Okay, fuck me then, I guess.
Are you secretly a serial
For
killer?
like 20 episodes, there was just a black garbage bag back
Oh,
there.
yeah.
with a
Don't say,
glowing
"Oh,
red
yeah, yeah, yeah."
stain every
No, I do
episode. Get a
remember.
little bit further away from
Well,
the
now
bag.
it's the era of the fan on YouTube.
Okay.
enjoy the fan. That's my fan.
Okay.
He loves me. Follows my every move.
Oh my God.
I don't even remember what we were talking about, to be honest with you.
Chris was gonna tell us about how many shiny bronzer he had.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He was gonna out-rude me.
Yeah.
Out-Zarude me.
13.
Nice.
Damn.
I think that they have a higher shiny rate. I'm not sure. I don't know if that applies to eggs though. I wish I could tell.
Chris, now I know this has been said on your show, but I don't recall. You live in a city area?
Oh, I was like, most people live in like.
Okay, not everybody lives in everybody lives in a fucking city, Gracie, but people don't. There are people in cities that don't live in cities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
West Virginia's biggest city has like 40,000 people in it. That's
It's
our
still a
biggest city. That is a small ass city.
It's still a city.
That is a small ass city. I will
It
give you
is.
that.
Honey,
That's
like
a good clarification.
There's like an area of Pokestops like that you could walk and you could hit like, maybe 10 of them and just do a circle. But then outside of those, it's like you might as well get in the car and drive to the next one. Like It's not like you can't chain them together. Like I've been to like Atlanta, I've been to places in Florida, like I've been to Miami and stuff like that, and it's just like it's like Pokestop Central. Like it's unreal.
Right.
It's outrageous how many Pokestops are just stacked on top of each other in big
that
cities.
Chris would live in an urban area.
Urban area. Chris, I'm so sorry that I've just recently learned how to speak English and I struggle developmentally in my brain to speak fucking words out, and that it's to Gracie's dislike. Chris, do you live in an urban area with a multitude of Pokestops on top of each other everywhere?
Where I live specifically, there's one stop that's just outside of range of my house. But if I want to play where there are stops, I need to leave and go somewhere else.
Okay.
Now there's two places that are pretty quick, and the best place to play downtown Chicago is like an hour 15 away. But like out where I live, like Woodstock area, we have a nice group out here that really filled out the square and the park and stuff. So while I would say it's rural, like there's cows and shit. I mean, like literally cows and shit just out there and constantly.
I'm familiar.
I would say it's rural, but it is built like a city.
I'm curious because your numbers are like, they just remind me of the previously mentioned Ken going around in New Jersey hearing their totals of like the shinies and stuff that they catch. It just blows me away. I'm like, I'm happy if I get like, if I go hard on a community day, I could get like 10 shinies. I might get 12. Like Ken goes and shiny hunting and he comes back with like 40 and deleted 20 of them or something insane.
Yeah, I know. Ken is a very hardcore player.
Sure.
It's like it's really complimentary for you to even remotely compare my play to his. I appreciate that. But so let me ask you a couple of questions. Are you fast catching?
We're on the bottom of the barrel, just looking up, trying to claw our way out. We're like that barrel of crabs. The one crab's trying to escape and the other crabs just grab him to pull him back down.
Right. Because they're also trying to get out.
Yeah, we're the dead crab underneath that.
Right. If we had just elevated the top crabs, they could have left, come back with a crab army and freed all of us.
Yep. Unfortunately, the crabbies didn't cooperate. No, I don't know how to fast catch. I know it, but I don't know how to do it.
I fast catch, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know how to do it. Someone showed me once, and then they were like, "Oh, hey, you do it." Like someone told him that I did a podcast, and it was just some random Joe on the street, like, "Oh, hey, I'll be a guest," and I'm like, "Okay, bro, I don't know who you are."
I can't normally. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. Like I'm flattered, but like I don't even know your name. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So I normally can't talk about this shit on my show because like usually there's just not an appropriate time for it. But I fucking hate that. I hate that so much. I really do.
And like, be the best person on your show.
And like, even if that is true, if you came up and said that to a podcaster, like anybody who has pride in their product, and you don't know them, even if you would be the best guest ever, they don't know that, and fuck you for thinking that they do. Like, no way. I mean, it's one thing to be like, hey man, like I would love to be a podcast guest. I don't know if this is appropriate, but like, would you be willing to have me on? Is very different than somebody like, yeah, bro, like you record later tonight, like I'll swing by, like get out of here.
But it's also like different, like especially if like you know them and like you're like, hey,
Right.
I would love to
Oh,
help
yeah.
out or whatever.
This is
Versus
just
like
some guy at a community day that just like imposed himself.
Rando.
Like, hey man, like he was doing me a favor.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So I
I would
didn't pay a lot
obviously
of
help your
attention to his
rating.
fast catching tutorial because he just
That's
kind of
fair.
threw me
You're
off.
already like I'm out.
Yeah, I
Let
feel
me-
like I need to clarify that it's not like a sense of elitism, like you think you're good enough to be in my podcast. It's more
No,
of
it's
like
not that.
I feel like so adversely to people that are entitled to that,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know?
Hey
Yeah.
Chris, can I be on your podcast?
You too can absolutely. Yes.
I've already
Yes.
done it. Gracie, how about you?
Yes.
I would love to.
Too bad. Sorry,
Oh.
they had one spot and I filled it up. It's kind of how
Was
like
it?
We'll
my
have you
girlfriend
two on.
sees it too.
Oh my god.
There was one spot and I filled it up.
Oh, thank goodness for you. That sounds like a nice, healthy, monogamous relationship.
hmm
Wow.
Well, then I found another spot when I flipped her over.
Oh.
Okay, I gotta shut up.
Oh.
Bye.
Oh.
Anyway,
Sorry. There's a new Pokemon TCG set
is there?
called
Is it
Crown
new or did you
Zenith.
just flip it around
Yeah,
And found another
well,
set.
you know,
and find another
speaking of-
set?
Can I just say that as I've been getting into the TCGing hobby that is Pokemon and been getting back into Magic the Gathering, I need these.
Oh my
these
God. How
yeah, I
poor
know.
are you?
very, very. I literally had a
It's both
conversation.
so expensive.
I had a conversation on the way home yesterday with myself after I had just bought some cards and said, okay, you know what? I gotta stop. I need to be saving money. I can't be affording to just spend $5 here, $10 here, $15 here, $50 here. Like,
Mhm.
this is outrageous. That being said, I don't have enough energy cards. I'm gonna have to buy me like an energy brick off of eBay or some shit.
How is that even possible?
Because the only cards I own, I've never played Pokemon before, so I didn't
Hmm.
have any cards except for one. So I'm basically building, like, I want to play with decks. I don't really care so much about collecting the cards themselves. So the only cards I own are from mostly boosters from various sets because I can't find a booster pack by itself. And
Okay.
typically, like a box, like a bundle box, comes with just a handful of energy in it. And me and the kiddo got to split those because that's fair. So I'm playing a
Yeah.
deck with like 8 energies. Not good.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, they have like those deck building toolkits, don't they? I know Magic does. I'm not sure about Pokemon.
I'm not sure about Pokemon either, but we recently bought the Crown Zenith one. It's got Lucario on it. I can't remember what it's called, but it's $50. Came with, I think, 10 packs. So me and him split 5 packs each. And it came with like 40 some energy or something. It was like between 5 and 6 of each type, but not enough to build even a monocolor deck.
Yeah,
So-
definitely.
I don't
Yeah,
know what's going on.
Elite. Oh, sorry, Gracie. I just interrupted you, but the Elite Trainer box, right? That's what it's called.
Yes, that's it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Didn't pull anything like to write home about. Got my girl B, got me a full art Ditto that I like. That's nice and full and cute and adorable. My kid pulled a Radiant Charizard out of the first pack, and I wept inside slowly. He got like a nice V as well. I can't remember what it was though. Maybe it'll come to me later.
Hmm.
But yeah, I definitely had a conversation with myself. What am I doing with my life? I'm a 37-year-old man. I can't be I know I don't look it.
Of course not.
Like, why am I spending so much money? This is after I recently bought a box of Magic insane. Anyway, long story short, I wish that they'd slow the fuck down with these expansions.
Yeah.
They're so fast. Like this newest one, Crown Zenith, is what, like 190 cards or something, like
Wow.
something crazy. And then we're getting the Scarlet and Violet set here in what, a month?
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
even, I think.
Not
right?
even a month, February something. Like,
Yep.
and that's going to be another 100+ cards, I'm sure.
And it's the first set of what will be a family set of cards, right? For Scarlet
Yeah.
and Violet. And
Yeah,
how many subsets were there for Sword and Shield?
it feels like there's 12 of them.
Yeah, there's got to be at least.
I have it right here. We can actually look. Crown Zenith, Silver Tempest, Lost Origin, Astral Radiance, Brilliant Stars, Fusion Strike, Evolving Skies, Battle Styles, Chilling Rain. Jesus Christ. I have to click on a button to load more. Vivid
No.
Voltage, Darkness
Too
Ablaze,
many.
Rebel Clash, and then the original Sword and Shield. That's 13.
13, yeah.
And then if you want to go further, there's Champions Path. There was the Pokemon Go set. There was Celebrations. I
Yep.
mean, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's too much.
It's too much to keep for like a person with just a little bit of expendable income to try and keep up with this. It's not possible. You basically have to this has to be your only hobby and nothing else to keep up with it.
Well, it's like, how do they expect, I get that, obviously, we talk about, how, we're adults and we like Pokemon, but, how do they expect, a 10-year-old to afford
They
these
don't.
kind of-
They
I
expect
know.
you to afford it for the 10-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yeah, but even still, I feel like, not having any sense, because Pokemon goes hand in hand with being a completionist, right? Like that it
Right.
appeals to
Yeah,
those
sure
mostly.
does.
So even if you're like an obsessed child with that sort of stuff and you don't even know it about yourself, like I was definitely like that, right?
I was
Collecting things.
too.
Yeah.
So was I.
So wouldn't that sort of take the wind out from underneath some 10-year-old's wings over time? Like, oh
Easy.
shit, I can't get anything that I really want, and oh, now I have to scrap these cards as I'm moving on, because they do standard rotations and competitive, right? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess you just buy singles, but where's the fun in that?
That's a whole other wrinkle there if you want to stay competitive, as a player. Yeah, that's a whole nother wrinkle to add into it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that personally. I just can't keep up with the formats. Same thing is true with Magic. It's just me and my buddy just playing back and forth with each other. Wait, that sounded really, really wrong.
I mean, whatever you're
maybe
into.
really, really right. I don't know.
Which one of the two of you gets to be the commander?
We don't know how to play Commander. That's how old we are.
Oh, okay.
Commander. Okay, Gracie, don't judge me. Do you know what Commander is?
No, the way you worded it, I was like,
we don't know.
great.
So when we started playing Magic, Commander didn't exist, and then when we stopped playing Magic, another 8 years passed before Commander existed. So we're way out of the loop.
Wait, so was that did Commander come around when Legacy started actually having a sense of finality around its rotation?
You beats the fuck out of me. You just spoke Chinese as far as I'm concerned, friend.
Bro. Okay. All right, fair enough. I don't want to show too much of my hand here with Magic, because that's a part of my life I would like to leave behind me. A lot of money spent. I love the cards. The art is so good. The game is fun, but I got to buy Pokemon stuff now. I can't. Can't do it.
I think what breaks my heart is pulling out all my old cards and just realizing how old I am. Going, oh yeah, this set came out in 2001. Oh crap!
Yeah,
this card is older than my kids. Savannah Lions, does that still go for money these days?
I think so, unless they reprinted it in that 130th anniversary set that everybody's mad about.
They reprinted it 3 or 4 times, but I think it's still. I got a lot still, but I started playing in Nemesis, is when I started playing.
Oh.
So I was in junior high back when they were called junior highs, not middle schools. They were junior highs, and so a lot of my cards are good date back. I still got Visions, I still got Urza's Legacy, Saga, Destiny.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh
and then we stopped playing shortly after Planner Chaos, I think, is when we stopped. It's maybe a set or two after that. So that's where all my cards are from.
I started originally when the first time Ravnica came around, and then I stopped and then came back when Ravnica came back again.
Okay. I remember Ravnica, so that might be one of the last ones we did.
Ravnica's sweet. Big fan.
Because I have a lot of... That's when they did the guilds, right?
Exactly.
Simic and stuff. Yeah. I still have some of those. So
dual color decks for the guilds.
Dredge, I think, was one of the mechanics for
I
green,
think
black.
that's right.
Yeah, we did it. We remember things.
I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah.
It's been so fun though, not just learning a new game like Pokemon, which is in itself just a fresh thing for me since I've never known how to play it before. There's a simplicity to it that I really like that sets it aside from Magic, because it's not Magic Light. It's different in a way that is pleasing to my brain. I was teaching my Magic friend, how to play Pokemon this weekend. He kicked the shit out of me, by the way, and this, neither here nor there. But I was teaching him how to play Pokemon, and he kept going, How can you do that? How can you just lay a Pokemon down without casting its energy cost? I'm like, it's not Magic. You're not paying a mana cost.
Yeah.
Just fill up your bench, buddy, with all the basics. You can do it. And it does make me feel young again, playing with all these cards and opening packs of Magic and going, dude, I don't know what the hell this is, but look at this, you know, very, very fun. What's your experience with that TCG stuff? Because it sounds like you play a lot, Chris.
So I don't actually play the game a whole lot. I've played PTCGO, and I've collected a fair number of the cards. I started collecting back again when Vivid Voltage was a thing. We started doing some pack openings on stream for a little bit there. That was fun.
That's cool.
But beyond that, you know, I think I'm actually going to start personally collecting for the Scarlet and Violet set. I thought I was going to do Sword and Shield, but I jumped in the middle of that, so I couldn't ride the releases. It's very difficult.
Yeah, it's like if you don't jump on it like right when it comes out, you're going to have some real regret like 2 months later when that set becomes like $10 a pack.
True. That being said, though, as a mostly Go player, I bought so much of the Pokemon Go set.
It was right before I started. Like I recently, this is recent for me. Like
okay.
So wow. I missed out on the Go cards. I would love some though.
Hey, when I get finished sorting, if you want me to send you some, I'll send you some.
Oh, listen to that, Gracie. Oh, that's some of them perks you get for being a GoCast podcast.
That's right. That's right.
We've been dilly-dallying for too long. We've been having too much fun on this show today. But we really do have to continue. Real quick though, there is one more thing in Pokemon Go coming, and that is Primal Groudon, and Kyogre. Koger. I went to Koger today. Bought some dog food.
Groupon and Kroger.
Did they say exactly how that mechanic was going to work, or because it kind of sounds like Mega to me?
Yeah, so in that Primal Reversion blog post, they talk briefly about how the system works, and largely it works the same way as Megas do currently, but the bonuses are a little bit more lucrative. For Kyogre in its primal form, while it's primal reversed, well, it's whatever, primalized.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Primalized. I like primalized.
Primalized.
Yeah, okay.
Primal Ape.
It gives you attack bonuses to water, electric, and bug. So what would be boosted in rainy weather normally.
Right.
And then when it's your buddy, it gives you bonuses for candy for those typings as well. Groudon gives you bonuses for if it were sunny, right? So fire,
that makes sense.
Ground, and what's the other one? I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, same deal. And if your buddy gives you these bonuses. But other than that, it works just like Megas, down to the raids, you know?
I'll be honest, I didn't think that Primal, Kyogre, and Groudon would be anything other than a form. Because, you know, Pokemon Go has just tons of different forms of different Pokemon. I thought it would just be a form change and nothing special. Just because, like, I didn't think that they would devote the manpower and the resources to wrap mechanics around the whole Primal thing when there's only 2 of them. You know, it's not like we got,
I suppose,
other ones down the line to look forward to. This is it. Unless they plan on making Melmetal a Primal, which I'd be down for.
They also, released their signature moves too. So we're getting Precipice Blades and what's it called? Something Pulse, Origin Pulse.
A Pokemon Go convention that I would like to stop. Like, just put the freaking move on them when they come out.
Come on. That's fair enough. I feel like it's a nice way to get a little bit more life out of a Pokemon for them, money-wise, but also it gives more life to other Pokemon that are less than longer.
I guess so. I feel like they do that enough with the shiny. Like, I probably am not going to spend $1 for a pass on a Darkrai with Dark Void because I got like 12 other Darkrai's before. Like, but I probably would for a chance at a shiny.
Exactly.
I think that's definitely a PvP thing.
But if I got that shiny Darkrai that doesn't have Dark Void, I guess it's not going to have Dark Void.
Yeah, you know, Elite TM it, right?
Yeah,
Elite TM it. That's right. Let's go.
Yeah, that's right. But honestly, I think like that's pretty much the reason they probably didn't do it as a form is because Kyogre is chart topping, so it would probably be for balance purposes way too strong to have as a permanent thing. And so, you know, not that Megas are truly balanced, because if you have enough energy, you're just going to keep slamming it back on. Who cares? But if you're rotating 2 or 3 Kyogre, you could probably have one up all the time and make it free, you know?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking they would actually do any stat changes to it. I thought it would just be
cosmetic, like a skin.
Cosmetic. Yep, exactly.
Okay.
That's what I was alluding to earlier. That's all I thought it would be.
I think they're too hype. I think people would be so upset
They'd be
you
like,
know.
what am I supposed to do with this? Yeah.
Imagine how much money they'll make if they just created primal frickin' Rayquaza to go with it.
Oh boy,
The
yeah,
money
that would
train.
be
Come
too
on, Papa
strong.
Nintendo, let Niantic do it. We want to
Too
see it.
strong. Yeah. They also threw it into the Mega Evolution Dex. There isn't a separate Primal Dex. And at first that sounds but at the same time there's only two. So
If there's only going to be two, then
That's
why would you make
my
the
only
whole-
thing. Like you got all these extra mechanics for just 2 Pokemon, and that's why I kind of wish there were more primal Pokemon. Honestly,
yeah, I agree.
that would
That's
have
fair.
been a great, like something really cool for
Like go
Scarlet and
only?
I was gonna say Scarlet and Violet, like story wise, because
Oh.
you're dealing with the future and the past. Like I don't know about future, but past could definitely have like primal forms. Because
I thought we were going to, yeah, and we didn't.
Yeah, it'd be cool if it was like primal for the past ones and then prime forms for the future.
Oh,
ones.
you just nailed
and
it.
then they would be like, yeah.
Hire us, Papa Nintendo.
That's right. Let's get another GoCast podcast going, but all about ideas.
After Darkrai, GoCast podcast.
Ideas.
No, but honestly, I'm with you there too. But like, there's so much more other overlap for these dumb mechanics, and I say dumb because they don't stick around. You know, I fall in love with them and then they just go away.
Yeah.
Like, I like Megas. Megas are great. Gigantamaxes are also great, but they're just Megas.
Yeah, I was gonna
That's
say
all it is,
I
yeah.
think Dynamax is just a more refined Mega system. Personally, I like Dynamax better than Megas. Z moves can go right in the trash.
Oh well, I mean,
I will say Terra
like Z
types.
moves.
I kind of like that Terra types screw up what you're doing because you don't necessarily know what. Well, I mean, if you're going to a raid, you know what you're getting. But like if you're PvPing somebody, you don't know what Terra type they might have.
It's the perfect counter argument to people that say that Pokemon is just rock paper scissors.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I like the chaos. I know there's plenty of people that don't like the chaos of Terra types, but I kind of like that I can get my ass kicked by Larry.
Yes,
Because I wasn't expecting something. You know,
that's right. Larry's a king.
That was
Larry-
the worst
everybody loves
experience of
Larry.
my life.
Everybody loves Larry, but we need to take a break. When we come back, we will be talking about something, I'm sure. But first, this totally not at all improvised and totally 100% pre-recorded ad that I'll just insert right into the episode. Right, Gracie?
Right. With the horrible music.
Your favorite.
I hate it. Where is it? It's trash. It's such trash. I hate this.
After Darkrai is brought to you by the brand new movie starring Ed Sheeran. It's Yan Mama's House. Yan Mama's House stars Ed Sheeran as Ed Sheeran with Ed Sheeran and Ed Sheeran in a real big clump-like thing. It's a movie like you've never seen before. Here's a clip.
Oi, hey there, Gracie. Don't you want to hear a song about It's Electric, Oogie Oogie Oogie, or whatever the fuck that song was I wrote for Pokemon?
This is when I slammed the door in your face.
No, my name's Gracie, not Ed Sheeran, but I'm playing multiple parts because I got a lady suit on now. Hey, don't you know I'm Ed Sheeran and I can play all these parts because I got acting chops. Chris, if you were Ed Sheeran, what would you sound like?
It's muted. That's great. High quality.
High
Right
quality.
there.
Kyle's talking right now, and he's totally muted. Yan Mama's House coming to theaters everywhere this October, September, November, January.
What is time?
What is time but a flat circle, friends? Get your laughs on. Ed Sheeran stars with Ed Sheeran and Ed Sheeran in Yan Mama's House.
Hey, don't you eat all my pie over there. God damn it, I eat the goddamn pie.
Where did Cartman come from?
And we are back from our break. Wow, what a perfectly perfect ad that was, I'm sure, that we had just dropped into there. Chris, welcome back to the show. I trust your audio is doing okay there?
Nope.
Nope, we still don't hear you.
Can't
Nope.
hear you.
Kyle.
Kyle took
Oh.
over.
While you were away, Kyle was messing with your mic. We saw it.
Did he
Yeah.
nail it?
No, you were totally silent for the last.
What are you
yeah.
talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't either.
We don't know.
Dude, that's the story of this whole show. Me and Gracie have no idea what we're talking about.
Is this recording right now?
Is it? God, please say it is. It is. Don't. Why'd you say that? Why you got?
I was kidding.
Why
I
you
thought this
gotta
was a
do that to
meeting.
me?
This is a podcast?
Oh no, he's removing his consent. Now we gotta delete the whole
Uh-oh, hang on.
episode.
Removed.
Oh no.
Canceled.
Gracie, do me a favor.
What?
What was the other thing with Yanma? Oh yeah, that's right, the telecommunications company. So our
Yes.
lovely
God,
Patreon group,
shit.
one of the perks you get is you get to vote on the Pokemon of the episode that we do. And last time we did one, we had a tie between Yanma and the
Verizion.
telecommunications company Verizion. And they tied. And so last episode that you guys heard last week, we mostly did Yanma. Geez, Gracie, are you okay?
Jeez.
Wait, God, you scared me. Like you scared me. You were muted and you sneezed, and I literally, I got scared, visibly scared. Anyway,
I was trying not to be super loud.
I don't want to ruin what the Pokemon is this time, but we should spin the wheel anyway, just to find out. It's Verizon
Yeah.
wireless.
Wireless.
Yeah, Chris, obviously you haven't heard it because it hasn't come out yet by the time we're recording this, but we had an AI completely write the script for
It
our
was
show.
So great.
It was so
Really?
stupid.
It was dumb.
It was the dumbest thing we've ever done, potentially.
But my favorite line in that whole bit was about this stupid Pokemon.
It's like Yanma can't fight
It was
Verizion
like-
because it's
Like,
a
what? How are
telecommunications
they?
company.
No, it was how are they? Are they alike in any way? And it said no. Yanma is a flying type Pokemon, and Verizion is a telecommunications company. And I was like, what? It was perfect. It was so great.
Number 640, Verizion is a grass fighting Pokemon.
Telecommunications company.
The Grasslands telecommunications company, along with Cobalion, Terrakion, and Keldeo. It is a member of the Swords of Justice.
You can change its typing by getting a new SIM card.
Mm.
I think it was. I think it was. That's only if your device is unlocked.
True.
I think it was. It's super effective. They mentioned this on their show at one point several weeks ago, and it totally just ruined Verizion and Cobalion for me. But if you look at their legs, it's like they're supposed to be boots, but I can't unsee. It looks like they have like one like nail. Like so, like all their legs kind of look like.
I thought I told you
Yeah.
that.
Were you the one that told me that?
They
Well,
look like
Gracie,
little fingers.
you're just super effective.
Yeah, I said it looked like little fingers.
I
Little legs.
Well,
Little-
I hate it.
little nose.
Verizion is the only member of the Swords of Justice that is not weak to the types of any of the other members, has a type advantage over all the other members, has a double weakness. Verizon's defense, damn it, I said it again.
Verizon.
Defense and special defense stats are the reverse of Cobalion's, while their other stats are identical. Verizion, Cobalion, and Terrakion were all designed by Taco Uno. I'm so sorry, sir. Or madam. I butchered your name. Based on the character of Aramis from the novel The Three Musketeers. In the shape
did
of its
not know
head
that.
resembles a tricorn. You did not know that? Really?
Mm-mm.
You didn't know they were based on Three Musketeers.
I had no idea.
So I'm smarter than you, is what you're saying.
Obviously.
I'm more cultured because I know what the Three Musketeers are.
I mean, I know who they are.
Yeah, but I know what the Pokemon are. Great shiny. Good shiny.
It's a good shiny, yeah.
Chris, thoughts on Verizon?
I love Verizon, but as a T-Mobile customer myself, I can't really say that.
Can you hear me now? Because I couldn't hear you earlier.
No. So Verizion is my favorite Sword of Justice. Well, that's not saying much. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of the Swords of Justice to begin with. They're kind of eh.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I like Terrakion the best.
I just can't like.
Got attitude.
The first time I see his name, I
And I got a
literally
shiny
thought
one.
it was teriyaki.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all I could think of.
Gracie, save the A+ jokes for the Terrakion episode.
Now. Sorry.
Gosh, wonder why would anybody subscribe for the content if we just give them all our best
They don't know
jokes
what's
out
gonna
of the
come, so they
gate?
gotta wait. They gotta wait to hear it again.
Look, it took you 150, 60 episodes to get to telecommunications company, folks. This is what you're paying for, or not paying for.
A telecommunications company dipped in teriyaki sauce.
No, I refuse. I absolutely refuse,
fine.
Gracie.
That's fine.
How would you
can't
pull it
argue.
off here? I don't understand.
Very carefully.
All right. That tracks.
Mhm.
I'm totally lost.
Good.
Did you Gracie, you played Sword and Shield, right?
Yeah.
Did you get the Swords of Justice?
Nope.
You didn't? You didn't follow all the little feet prints?
Nope.
I didn't either.
No way.
I
didn't do it
actually
either,
really
Chris?
hated.
No.
I hated Sword and Shield.
What?
Yeah,
Really?
it didn't have the replay value for me
Yeah,
either.
I hated it.
Yeah.
I played it more than Scarlet. I actually haven't picked up Scarlet. I played it for a couple days after I finished everything there was to do in the game, short of giving that one teacher the Herba Mystica,
Mm-hmm.
and haven't gone back to it. Not even once.
You finished your Pokedex and everything?
Oh, no.
Oh,
I
well.
did that.
I did. I got everything
Yes,
that I could
nice.
get. I got everything that I could get without trading.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I finished everything there is to finish, but my problem is my
Breeding
game
sucks.
my game has started to glitch. So, well, I mean, it already did anyway.
Yeah, I was
but,
gonna say, like, did you start the
no.
same game that I did?
So like I have like the colorful, or like on the raid screen, the like crystals. So you have certain ones that are like shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Mine are gone. They
What
don't
does that
spawn
mean?
They don't spawn
Gone?
anymore.
Maybe you're. I can't rule out user error.
Your raid crystals?
Yep.
Have you tried
Wait.
connecting to the internet?
My
Sorry.
yes.
Well,
No, like I have
mean-
I have the ones that are not. So like, okay, you have your full map, right?
Yeah.
And you have like the ones that are just like flat colored terror raids, right? I have
Yeah.
those.
Okay.
But the ones that are like special, like you'll get like a handful or whatever a day. The
So
crystal ones, the
you
ones
get
that like sparkle on the screen.
yeah. So the
Not
ones
the black one.
the ones that sparkle normally indicate that they're an event. So you'll only be getting those sometimes during the weekend. I believe that's the case.
Yeah, mine don't do at all anymore.
Wow. Okay. So the reason I asked if you connect to the internet or not is that sometimes that actually does fix the problem. I wasn't trying to be rude.
No, I disconnected, reconnected. I
Wow.
hard reset everything.
Huh.
Nothing.
Have you unlocked 6 and 7 star raids or no?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. I guess you
don't
got to
know.
start over. Just erase your file. Who
Obviously.
cares?
Yeah,
Yeah.
delete the whole thing.
That's it. Too
Delete
bad.
your game.
Sorry.
Delete my
That
account.
stinks.
No,
I don't know
yeah.
what's going on.
And like I looked it up. Like people are like, yeah, that's like a glitch or whatever. You just gotta like go ahead one day and then go back a day or whatever. Like time travel, like which I do for Animal Crossing anyway. So I didn't really care. So I did that. Nope, nothing.
Wow.
Yep. So
It's such a solid game. Otherwise, so
we had this debate a while back. I really do love the game.
Yeah.
But from day one, I've had glitches, like not maybe this caliber, but like I've had the game crash multiple times without me, like not crash and like, oh, you just go back into that room, or like it would crash to like my whole thing. I had to turn my switch off and turn it back on and like reset the whole thing I was doing.
yeah. Jeez.
And so I love the game, I really do, but that was kind of a heartbreaking thing for me to be like, yes, it was not ready to be released yet.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely
it was
not. I still love the game personally. I like it more.
I do.
Even though I spent more time with Sword and Shield, I do like the game overall more, bugs notwithstanding, more than Sword and Shield.
The story is top notch.
In our Paldea
yeah.
Road Trip mixtape series, I talked way too much about it, so I won't bore you guys with my thoughts on the game.
You're good. But I wanted to put my 2 cents out there about like I don't know. not like game quality, because I like that's a huge category.
Well,
but
Gracie,
like
don't worry.
technical
just
difficulties.
Yeah.
be patient here, because an update will be just right over on the other side of the Verizon.
You told me
and-
Verizon.
Thank you.
You told me that though. Like,
Let me,
2
hang
weeks
on,
after
hang
the
on,
game
Gracie. Hang
came
on
out.
while I take a bow.
Okay,
Thank
shut the fuck
you.
up.
Thank you. And also, my point was fake and just done solely for the joke. Hey, Chris, have you ever seen that movie, Event Verizon?
Event Verizon?
Event Verizon?
No, I've never been to an
Verizion?
event at a Verizon store. I
Oh,
can't say
man.
that. No.
Do you think if they ever release like a special, you know how like they have those distribution Pokemon that you can get in your game, like from
Yeah.
like GameStop code cards or something along those lines? If they ever did one for Verizion, do you think it would just be an event for Event Verizon?
Yes, it would be. That was great. That was a good setup.
Thank
That
you.
was a top-notch joke. I just want
Thank
you to
you.
know that.
I appreciate that. That's
you got
that's what we're here for. Gracie, do you have a Verizon joke?
No, I'm
Uh,
gonna disconnect.
Verizion is like
Aw.
getting a contract to be a professional musician. You get 10 gigs for about $80 a month.
Oof.
Oof.
Oh,
Thanks,
that was
Google.
a little real. That was a little real.
That's too real. Too real.
Okay. Chris, you got a Verizion joke?
What'd you say?
I said you got a Verizion joke.
No, I don't have a Verizion joke. Other than we can read off its stats again if you want.
Oh, did we even do that?
No, but I was trying to imply that it's a joke of a Pokemon.
Oh, unfortunate. on that.
Wow, come on, man.
I mean, just because it's legendary.
He set you up, and you diminished his joke like it was flat.
I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
sorry.
Just like
sad now.
Verizion's stats.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank
a
you,
failure.
Gracie.
Welcome.
I'm a failure. I took my bow at update over the next Verizon. I can't even say it now. And at that point, like I've done my part, right? The rest of the show's on YouTube.
True. Okay.
Took my
This is a
bow,
baton pass.
exit stage left. The show is over.
Mhm.
Folks,
go to bed.
and that's gonna do it for this episode of After Darkrai. Follow us on all the shit at After Darkrai. Well, not Instagram, InstaPodDog. Patreon.com/poddog for
Do
more
it.
bullshit and early access and voting on Pokemon and other stupid stuff and other shows that we do, like Let's Die, the His versus Hers Guide to the Apocalypse, the podcast. Recently, we recorded our Valentine's Day special featuring Kim Burns of the Kim and Ket Stay Alive Maybe podcast. So be on the lookout for that very soon. And then the Groundhog's Day episode, pure madness, insanity, starring or special guesting from Vinny T3 from the Watchers of the Stuff show. Jaws
If it's
Breakers.
really not just the same thing over and over again, I'm not gonna listen.
It's way okay, Gracie. I don't want to ruin this for you. You're not going to listen anyway. I recorded an entire episode of the podcast with just me talking and reacting to fake shit. And then when we started the show, I pressed play and then didn't say a word. And then
That's
Cody
hilarious.
had to podcast to that the whole time. And it's probably my favorite thing that I've ever done.
That's hilarious.
It was a fucking riot.
That sounds amazing. I bet he
I
had a
was
good
just
time.
making a Bill Murray joke.
Oh, yep.
It was in a golf course. And Vinny and Cody both they're just an absolute joy. I love them both
Yeah.
dearly. Speaking of which, congratulations, Vinny, on getting engaged. Very well
Yay.
Oh,
deserved.
congratulations. My goodness.
I
Groundhog Day was shot in Woodstock. You know that, right?
don't know where that is.
That's where I live.
Oh,
Yep.
congratulations.
It's cool. Yeah, we have one sheet of sidewalk that's like Bill Murray stood here. It's cool.
Hey, did you know that Groundhog's Day was filmed in Woodstock?
Hey, did
There's
you
a
know
whole
that
sheet of.
that's where I live?
Oh wow!
Oh,
This is
whoa.
like, what is this called?
Oh, you know, there's
called-
also a bunch of murals up too. It's
Is
crazy.
this called
Crazy.
Deja Verizion?
Deja Groundhog.
Deja Kroger.
Kroger.
Gracie,
Mhm.
tell people about your stuff.
You can find me at BGracieZ or on Instagram at Ladies in Rain Art. Go buy a sticker or something
Go
cool.
buy a sticker or something, and that gave me the time I needed to look up Jaws Breakers presents The Meg. We're back, baby. March 4th at 7 p.m.
Do
Eastern.
it.
Join the Discord. We will be streaming The Meg for our little bitty community that we love so much, and recording our monthly Jaws Breakers podcast. So
Baby shark. Do, do, do.
The Meg is far from a baby shark, but it is definitely far and away a bad shark movie. Jason Statham right there, because Chris is going to give us his plugs now. Chris.
Oh, true.
Like my Jason Statham joke.
That was really quite good. Yeah. So GoCast podcast, pretty much everywhere that you can look for us, except for Facebook. We no longer exist there.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to exist there either.
Yeah, I just never put any time into that page, and I was like, yeah, I gotta get rid of this. So it is at GoCast podcast on Twitter, and just look for GoCast podcast, or just type in GoCast, and you'll see us wherever you listen to podcasts. We're also on YouTube. We just did a video show for the first time, first time. And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, Kyle, do you have any plugs?
Good. Oh,
wow, what a confession. I can't believe you say that.
I wish he was this insightful on the show,
oh
honestly.
My gosh, like after that, like we might have to call the cops.
Yeah, I gotta rethink.
This could be admissible in court, the things that he still takes. Those takes are the hottest scorching takes I've ever heard.
Is it uncouth for me to say right now that I'm looking for a new co-host after that? Or
oh, hey, what a coincidence. Gracie quit my show. Maybe we should combine our shows. After Darkrai, GoCast podcast the
no
podcast.
You're missing exactly. You're missing these colons again. Man.
And after you sell your podcast to another podcast,
yeah,
Darkrai will never last.
Okay, bye everybody.
After Darkrai. Pokemon. Bret,
Jesus, Gracie,
I'm still here.
Fucking
still here.
Fucking haymakers you're throwing at Darkrai. Like what he does in the privacy of his bedroom is none of your business. Don't go at his virility.
But you guys have to go where Darkrai was and whatever after Darkrai leaves. So I think it's fair for you to be concerned with what Darkrai's doing.
Gracie, you said you're here?
I'm always here.
Why?
Because this is where I live now.
Oh, like in the Zoom call specifically?
Yep, sucks.
I was going to say, because you're in my house right now with Chris. We haven't even taken the bag off his head yet. Wait till we tell him we weren't recording.
Right. That's why you couldn't hear me earlier.
Kyle's just laughing in the corner.
Maniacally.
Does he not have a bag on?
No, he doesn't have a bag on, but he is dressed like a primate and nothing else.
Yep.
Just the shackles. He's into some weird stuff, and we're into it.
We're all about it.
Hey, you know what's funny, Chris? If you'll remember when I called you up to be on the show, do you remember what I called you on?
A Verizion serviced cell phone?
No, it was Sprint. That's why I had to message you on fucking Twitter because it didn't work.
Oh, sorry.
Fuck you, Sprint.